Hello and welcome to my video. Today we're gonna be drawing some fucking degenerate bullshit. So what I'm doing right here is I'm using Asanagi's art style. If you don't know who Asanagi is, he's one of those weird Japanese lolly artists that should probably be arrested by the police. No, they're doing God's work. I don't think they should be arrested by the fucking police. You know, fuck America, dude. Fuck America for trying to fucking put their values on a great country like Japan. Let them draw their fucking lollies. You know what I'm saying? Fucking America with their stupid political agenda. Leave the fucking Asian countries alone. Let them play Ghost of Tsushima. What the fuck that game's called? Sekiro. That's a good game. Sekiro's a good ass game. Anyways, this is an art challenge where I force myself to use, well, not forced. That's kind of bad way to go about it, but I challenge myself to use Asanagi's art style to draw, well, a lolly, a character from League of Legends by the name of Zoe. She's a 1,000-euro lolly with a heterochromia, exposed midriff, and she's also barefoot. I didn't make the character like that. Fucking Riot did. Some fucking degenerate at Riot made it. How's that even okay? I don't know why. I don't know who gave them the okay to do this, but they made this fucking character. They did it. I didn't do it. I just thought it was really fucking funny that they did make a character like that and give her a swimsuit skin. So here we are. Whoa, look at that. It's fucking magic. The lines are all clean. Holy shit. That's fucking epic. Yeah, so it took me like 7 hours to actually clean up those lines. And the footage was over like 20 minutes long. So yeah, I don't think anyone wants to see me clean up lines for fucking 20 minutes. So we're skipping straight to the colors because that looks cooler in video form. Asanagi's art style is there's some very interesting quirks to it. The main thing about his art style is that he loves to draw those fat cheeks, and he pretty much only draws lollies and big buff dudes, I guess. Big buff dudes doing unspeakable things to those lollies. But to not get arrested by the FBI, I'll not talk about that too much and just talk about the artistic merits of his creativity, because that's what he is, a very creative individual with a great art style that I'm copying for this art challenge, because someday I want to become a Japanese guy who draws lollies for a living. Yeah. Well, I've already failed the be Japanese guy part, so I think I did a pretty good job with getting the feel of Asanagi across with my line art and proportions. With anime, you really just gotta get the face right, and you're pretty much halfway there. And the face is 50% eyes. He has a very particular style, so I definitely looked at a lot of references. And definitely the most prominent thing is definitely the cheeks, and his eyes tend to have this kind of bedroom eyes kind of feel to it, but I didn't emphasize too much of that because I didn't want this drawing to really be overly lewd. I just wanted to depict rather atypical, or that's not the right word. I just wanted to depict a typical Zoe-like pose, right? This is so you can definitely see Zoe doing something like this. She would definitely do that pose, right? I mean, using Asanagi's art style, it looks innately a lot more lewd because of the kind of blush that he has on the characters, and just the general way that some of the proportions are emphasized, like this belly right here, right? Look at this belly, like goddamn. Right, and it's not like I embellished most of that. Fucking Riot did. I looked at quite a few references too of Asanagi's art, and he likes those bellies, so I'm like, fuck it, I might as well render it. I mean, that's a very appealing part of this piece, or it can be a very appealing part of this piece. So I went ahead and rendered that. Pretty much did no rendering with the legs and arms, because really what Asanagi does is a very flat, well, not flat, but it's like a block of color, which is similar to most other anime cel shaded styles. He also seems to soften some of them up on some of the edges, which I tried to replicate. The hair was a fucking mess, dude, because fucking Asanagi, like, Japanese artists, they fucking hate foreheads. They don't draw foreheads they don't draw foreheads and hairlines, right? Japanese artists, anime artists, they fucking love their bangs, right? They do not want their characters showing their forehead whatsoever. Which is really weird, because in some ways, it's like, I don't know if they're being affected by their real life fashion choices, or if their media influence how they look like in real life. But I think as time went on, you see that most Japanese people, or girls rather, basically all have the same fucking haircut, and it's a little bit jarring because they all tend to look the same now in terms of their hairstyle. It's a very homogenized feeling. But you know, different cultures have different beauty standards, and I definitely understand why they would prefer having bangs on their characters and on their actual real life people. Zoe's hair is just such a clusterfuck, because it's fucking huge. There's a braid, and then like there's these giant fucking strands, and it turns into the fucking universe. I just gave up. I just googled the fucking universe galaxy pic. It's like, fuck it. I'm just gonna mess with the opacity a little bit, mess with the saturation, slap in the back, call it a fucking day. I can't be asked to paint it the same way that they did in the splash art. There's just no fucking way. But I think it looks pretty cool for what it's worth. I think it works pretty well in what I was trying to convey there. The hair turned out okay too. I think the back part of it kind of lost its volume a lot, because I just couldn't be asked to try to render that. But overall, I think this piece turned out fairly well. I think I really achieved what I was trying to do here. I drew Zoe in Asanagi's art style, and I painted her in a somewhat similar way to Asanagi, and that's what I was going for, and I think I did it. Very difficult finding references for this hair, because Asanagi does not draw hair like this, clearly. Fairly good amount of references for all the other body parts. Face was fairly easy to do. Hand, the peace sign one was I just copied one of his drawings. I kind of made up that little rock and roll one. Satanic goat horns, or is it Spider-Man? The Spider-Man one, whatever. Her face was pretty fun to do. I drew it in grayscale first, and then I just fucking slapped a filter on it to give it some color. I usually don't do that. I usually like painting in the colors, but for the sake of this, I think it worked pretty well. Also, it took me like hours to draw those feet. Like, you don't understand how long it took for me to actually research. Well, anyways, thanks for watching and listening to me ramble like a fucking moron. Next time I'll probably draw someone a bit more voluptuous, someone with I'm just gonna draw someone with tits and ass. I'm gonna draw some fucking big-titted bimbo. I don't know in whose art style though. I have a few artists in mind. I have a very deep understanding of this topic. So, well, again, thanks for watching. Hopefully the FBI does not arrest me. I'll see you next time.